Today on Focal Point, we are going to discuss Veterans Affairs and resources with our guest, Mr. Stephen Bachovin. Take a look at the Automotive Technology Center at the Community College's West Philly campus and see how our students celebrate diversity at the International Festival. Stay with us. Hi, welcome to Focal Point on CCP-TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Darlene Monts, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum. I'm here with the Veteran Resource Coordinator here at the college, Mr. Stephen Bachovin. The Veterans Resource Center serves students who are active duty, retired, reservists, or National Guard veterans, spouses of veterans, and dependent children of service-disabled veterans. Stephen has also worked with Honoring Our Heroes, which is geared toward recognizing the valiant efforts of the women in the armed forces. Welcome, Stephen.
Thanks for having me.
How did you get involved in this work?
I'm a veteran myself, an Air Force veteran myself. And it was after my daughter had graduated from college that I decided to go back to school. And while here on campus, I had heard rumors about the school starting a program for veterans here. And I asked around, made some inquiries, and voila, here I am.
What are some of the educational benefits offered by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs?
Well, there are a wide range of benefits, the education benefits that the VA offers the student veterans. And they include, in some cases, like the new post-9/11 GI Bill, both tuition, fees, there's a book stipend involved. The other benefits that are geared towards the reservists and National Guard members may only include tuition. Then the Chapter 35, or the aid to dependents or survivors of service-connected disabled veterans, they're granted a tuition stipend that runs anywhere between 36 to 45 months. But all veterans are entitled to 36 months of education benefits. Now, it's not an automatic process, and there are some paperwork hurdles that must be overcome in order to access them. And that's part of what my job is, to get them access to their benefits.
So the students can come to you to help with that paperwork?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
What kind of problems are student veterans facing today?
I could pull the headlines out and tell you about the 22 veterans that commit suicide a day. That's the national average. There's also the homeless veteran population. I've read anywhere between 25 to 30% of the homeless at any one time are veterans. There's a loss of camaraderie, or the friendships that the veterans face once they get out of the service. Think of it as you've led a regimented life for a number of years, and now you're on your own. Substance abuse comes into it, risk-taking. You have to understand, too, that most of the student veterans are older than the general college populations that we normally see.
When you say older, I wanted to ask you, do you have like an age limit or something?
The last time I looked, the average age is around 24 for the veterans that are now coming out of the service. There's been a drawdown since Iraq, so we're seeing a lot more of the younger veterans get out. We've also seen an influx of older veterans, some in their 60s that are just now going back to school.
What about PTSD? Tell me a little bit about that.
Some individuals cope better than others with some of the traumatic images and experiences that we've had in the service. The post-traumatic stress, and I'm leaving off the D because it is something that can be experienced by just about anybody. But in the military, we're trained to go above and beyond what's required. Some of the traumatic scenes are played over and over again. And we have a tendency to self-medicate to try to eliminate some of those experiences. That's one of the great things about the center here that we have. A lot of the vets will talk and vent to each other in the center. So, I'm looked at as a father figure to let them know that there are processes and ways to cope without the use of drugs and alcohol. But post-traumatic stress is a common disorder that's experienced by most of us at one time or another.
Let me ask you this. How do these issues affect the student veterans' education?
Think of it this way. Experiences that you've lived in the past come back to haunt you every once in a while. Top that off with family responsibilities, financial obligations, and schoolwork. It's rather hard to keep focused a lot of times, and that's part of what we do at this center, is try to help them understand what they're going through. It's not just getting out of the service, it's also entering into higher education and coping with the demands, the academic demands that are required also.
What resources can the college and your office offer to our military veterans?
First, we offer a safe space for the veterans to come and congregate, and the camaraderie that we feel comes into play. There's a bond there. You've heard of the Band of Brothers and stories to that effect. We also offer them information, peer support. There's a very active veterans club here on campus. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the largest clubs that we do have on campus, because we do have a tendency to come together. And it's going on, and some of the leaders of the Student Veteran Club go on to the student government. A recent example of Jason Mays being the president of Student Veteran Club, and he went on to become the student government president also. And from what I understand, Jason's doing rather well at Temple. But we provide them with the information that they need on career services, jobs, tutoring.
I read about something called the Colonial Colleagues on your website. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, the Colonial Colleagues is our school's intranet social site. The clubs and organizations, all the organizations here at this school, have their own website, so to speak, on the My CCP page. It's a matter of accessing the Student Life portal. And it's a great way for the clubs to interact. It's one of our primary missions to support the different organizations here on campus, plus the community. But basically, it's a social networking site here at Community College.
Lastly, how can veterans take advantage of the resources here at the college?
There's a number of ways they can do that. Come on down to the Veterans Resource Center. We're located in the Bonnell Building, ground floor, BG 43, or at vets@ccp.edu.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Stephen, for being with us, and thank you for providing valuable information to our military veterans and to the people who are interested in your work.
It was my pleasure for being here.
Now let's take a look at the CCP Automotive Technology program at the Community College of Philadelphia West Campus.
Yeah, I always had an interest in the automotive technology field. Ever since I was a little kid, working on cars was always a good thing for me.
Yes, before I joined CCP, I always had a love for cars, and I saw the program here and I just wanted to join.
Our program is generally 50% hands-on and 50% theoretical in classroom. We try the meld the two together to make it an interesting learning opportunity for students. This is a hidden gem. It's amazing how many people we come across that don't necessarily know about our program.
I think we Philadelphians are really lucky to have such a good automotive technology program in the city.
As you can see, when you look around our program, we have shop equipment that resembles just every average shop out there. They learn on the latest equipment out there, the most complex equipment, to fix any car on the street. We know our students don't necessarily enjoy sitting down and theorizing about how a car works, and they want to take things apart. You know, that's why they chose automotive technology, and we tried to give them that opportunity. A lot of people have misconceptions on what a technician is. I could teach almost anybody how to replace a part on a car, but a technician is truly almost like an automotive researcher, a scientist, so to speak. He creates a hypothesis, and then he uses his tools in order to prove or disprove his hypothesis in fixing the vehicle. I try to teach them how to think like the car thinks. It makes it easier for them to diagnose the vehicle, and it makes the job more challenging and more fun. The automotive technology field is wide open. There's so many different paths, from parts managers to service managers to shop owners. It's amazing the opportunities this career can lead to.
After I graduate, hopefully I'll be able to get into the automotive field, either a mechanical shop or a dealership, and get more experience becoming master tech.
I'm planning to transfer to a 4-year school.
After I graduate CCP, I plan on getting a job, hopefully at a dealer, being a mechanic, working flat rate, and hopefully getting some experience, becoming master tech.
Wow! Who would have thought that our college offered certified hands-on automotive training? Every year, the college sponsors an international festival. This camera crew visited the Caribbean.
One love, one heart, come to Jamaica and feel alright, yeah. What brought me to the Caribbean Festival is all of my friends were like, it's a great opportunity to just have fun. And I'm all a part of coming to programs, that CCP is throwing.
I saw it's on the TV out there or something, and it said Caribbean Festival, 2nd annual.
They wanted me to come out, so I came out.
The truth? Because I didn't even know this happened.
Last year I went to the Bahamas, and I really liked the Caribbean food, and I liked the Caribbean environment. So I just wanted to, to see how it was going to be in here.
Well, first we have to get the food set up with plates, forks, and make sure there's enough food for everyone because we don't want to run out. I volunteer for the Student Programming Board, so I do events and I help out with food and clean up just whatever they need. So I usually try to make it every year when they have it.
I'm actually 100% Jamaican. My dad is from Kingston and my mom is from St. Croix. My favorite part of the event was showing a lot of it to my friends that have no idea what it's really about. So I was able to just be myself and have a great time, and they enjoyed it.
My favorite part of Caribbean culture is the music. The way that it beats, the way that it makes you feel, the way that you move. It's lively. I love it.
You have neo-soul, you have hip-hop, you have Caribbean. How does a DJ bring all of that together so everybody who's representing a different aspect of the United States or the world can come together,
I love Caribbean music. That's all I play, especially when I'm DJing. I just love the music, the feel of it and everything, the vibe is great.
My favorite Caribbean food would probably have to be oxtail.
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken.
Brown stewed chicken with rice and peas.
My favorite one would have to be curry chicken. Curry chicken and rice.
Recently, I just went over from vegetarian to vegan. So it's really been the food, because everywhere I go, I find some sort of remix.
The food is real good, and it's just the environment, being at a Caribbean party and just interacting with them. They fun people.
That was fun. I love to see diversity celebrated on our campus. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Stephen Bachovin, and you, the viewers, for tuning in. You have been watching Focal Point, the Community College of Philadelphia magazine show on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. All segments for Focal Point are produced by the students in the digital video production curriculum. I'm Darlene Monts, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum here at CCP. See you next time.